live stream before next week, I promise. Because the one the other day got abruptly cut off anyway, but I just finally, I'm waiting all day for Amazon to deliver that shit. Finally got my Final Fantasy set. The only Final Fantasy set I'm getting, which is Cloud and Sephiroth. 60 card decks that I'm probably going to turn into a commander deck. A quad color commander. I don't know. Possibly. We shall see. See if anyone shows up. Which is fine if nobody does. What's up, Ace? How's it going? Just got back from Maryland Toy Expo. Well, the card expo was today. Took a nap, woke up, was waiting on my Final Fantasy starter kit to get delivered, and finally it did. So I'm gonna get into that if we get a couple more viewers. I don't know if the algorithm's gonna push me today. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So this comes with 2 decks. It comes with Cloud and Sephiroth. What is it? Cloud, Planet's Champion, and Sephiroth, Planet's Heir. So pretty cool. They can work for commanders because of legendary creatures. Just packaging stuff. Your live will be relaxing. I'll share the stream. I don't know if it'll be relaxing. Hopefully it is. And I do have my haul for Maryland Toy Expo as well. I'm going to talk about that, but I wanted to dig into my, look at this Johnny Blaze bike I finally found. I wanted to dig into my Final Fantasy set because I'm not a big Final Fantasy fan, but I've never gotten Realms Beyond. And as far as like things that should be in Magic, and I say things that should be in Magic because I'm definitely going to get Spider-Man, even though it should not be in Magic. The Final Fantasy works as far as the Magic the Gathering is concerned. So I just don't really want to ruin this box, but it looks like the only... I guess I could open it from the side. Because this box is very shiny. Oh, there's everybody. What's up, 24 people all of a sudden? Yeah, it is a really cool bike. You know, I had the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider and Johnny Blaze. I know Danny Ketch is the 90s Ghost Rider, and I'm a 90s kid, but for me, Ghost Rider is Johnny Blaze. And I had Johnny on Danny's bike. Doesn't really work out for me, so I was like, cool, I got... All right, look at this. So we got deck boxes. We got a Cloud deck box and a Sephiroth deck box, and I don't need this. I'm not a starter. I know how to play Magic. But these are fine because I don't have sleeves right now. Should not think ahead and get sleeves. So they give you a 60 card deck box, which is fine. Sleeve your cards, kids. Sleeve your cards. Because otherwise they will get damaged. And we don't want that, right? But Maryland Toy Expo was a lot of fun. I'm glad we went. Like I said, today was the trading card part, and that was the first time that they'd done a trading card expo, and it was small. So way too much Pokemon. I also got this from Ostradamus Toys. Well, his kid handed it to me, which is really cool. This kid is the sticker guy. And I'm going to put this up somewhere in the background. So it's nice to see some people. Apparently there's some people that didn't say hi, which is fine because, like I said, social anxiety. But I did meet people that said they were going to be there, which is cool. All right, so here are the decks. Now, that's stupid that the only ones they didn't sleeve are Sephiroth and Cloud. All right, let's see what he does. He has Vigilance, so he does not tap when he attacks. And when Sephiroth enters, creatures your opponent control get -2/-2 until end of turn. Oh, I might have to make a black-blue commander deck. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a 1/1 counter on Sephiroth. Ooh! That's a nasty card. That's a nasty commander. Anyone play Kingdom Hearts would know that Sephiroth. The weekend was good, Leia. It was good to get out of the house and go to the show. It was a good time. So a lot of these cards are reprints and renames. Like, they're not all original cards. So some of them are like older cards with different art and different names. Like here, I don't know Final Fantasy that well. So some of this stuff to me, and like this is a 60 card deck, so there's gonna be lots of fours. Most of them have copies. So that's why I'm gonna have to build my own commander with this stuff. Because I don't know how these are gonna work. Oh yeah, Shinra. That's definitely Final Fantasy right there. Shinra reinforcements. Sephiroth's intervention. That is a black card. Destroy target creature. You gain 2 life. Ew. Ew. Okay, Sephiroth. And I'm pretty sure I'm saying Sephiroth right. It's not Sephiroth. It's Sephiroth. This creature enters tapped Shambling Seath. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay Swamp. If you do, return this card from your graveyard. Okay, you can return that shit. All bad salvagers. Okay, those are from Final Fantasy X. All bad, maybe? I don't remember. I don't know. Yeah, because look, there's Titus on there. On Overkill. They put Titus. Target creature gets -0, -999. What the fuck? What the fuck? That is some fucked up shit. Evil Reawakened, return target creature. Yeah, look at all the artwork on this stuff is really sick. And that's the thing I was excited for. And it does have the promo thing down there. Deadly Embrace, Sorcery. Final Fantasy just dropped on Friday, I think. You could use this as a commander as well. Menace. This creature can't be blocked except by two or more creatures. On gets a 1/1 for each non-land card in your graveyard. Oof. Oofy poofy. Screw Sephiroth. He was a nightmare in Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I never even bothered to try and fight him because the music was just so scary as a 12-year-old. I was like, nope. That means I'm going to die. And this is before Dark Souls, but that's some Dark Souls shit. Trino, Dark City. Ooh, look at that island. That's pretty. That one too. It'd be nice if there were foils. Lots of pretty islands. Let me get some swamps. Yeah, nothing that too crazy. Like I'll have to really, really try hard to build some commanders out of that. I don't know. We'll see. So let me go through Cloud. And then I am going to do a video on the pickups eventually, my Tuesday videos, because these are all older figures. But we're going to talk about what I got at Maryland Toy Expo, because I didn't really show it off too much in the Expo video, because that was... I did that on CapCut, so I don't usually use CapCut for editing, so it was a new experience for me. I was like, I'm not going to bother waiting to get home and send these files over. I'm just going to go on CapCut. I'm going to cut it together. And I'm going to make the video, which I did. So that was cool. Okay, now we got Cloud. Just like Cynthia is Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Yeah. All right, so here's Cloud. Very, very cool Cloud artwork. During your turn, as long as Cloud is equipped, it has double strike and indestructible. Whoa. This creature deals both first strike and... Okay, so as long as Cloud is equipped. So he has to have equipment attached, is what it's saying. This creature deals both first strike and regular combat damage. Damage and effects that say destroy, don't destroy this creature. Oh, shit. Equip abilities you activate that target Cloud cost 2 less to activate. Okay, so thank you. I painted them myself, Leia. I did want to paint my nails before the card show. Oh, look at that. It's a Moogle. All right, let me open this stuff. It is a 2/3 flying. When this creature enters, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. So maybe this is a token deck? Token counter deck? I don't know. We'll see what it says. How do I open it? I open Sephiroth, no problem. Now, let me open this one. Come on, motherfucker. Sorry. Also, smash like. 10 people watching. Let's smash the like button for Magic the Gathering Other Realms, or whatever the fuck they call it. Realms Beyond is what it's called. Just kidding, don't smash like for that. Smash like for me. Alright, so we got a Cloudbound Moogle. We got 2 of those. We got Coral. Think Coral. We got Rick Grimes pronouncing Carl. Creature Cat Beast 2/2. Darvin Castleguard. That looks like Final Fantasy 9 to me. Don't know why. That looks like some Final Fantasy 9 artwork. Let me know if you recognize any of this shit if you're a Final Fantasy fan. I have dabbled. 9, 10, 7, 8. That's about it. Kingdom Hearts. Fate of the Suncrest. Nice artwork. Slash of Light. Okay, I don't like that these are just sliding when I put them down. Smash like, people. We get White Orchite. This is all Final Fantasy artwork, which is really cool. White Mage's Staff. So if I equip this, like for instance, this thing to Cloud, he becomes indestructible and gets double strike, which is cool. Adelbear, yeah, that's definitely Final Fantasy 9. That's cool. That's the 9 character. That's with Zidane. And Crystal's Chosen. Oh, that is, what is that? Crystal Chronicles? I don't know. I thought it would just be Final Fantasy 7 artwork, but this is straight up all Final Fantasy, which is really cool, actually. Dragon's Lance. Oh, it's a furry. Legendary creature, Cat Archer. Gratia. Rose, Resolute, White Mage. Human Noble Clerk, Reach. That one has Reach, too. So that means they can block flying creatures because they have bows, which is cool. At the beginning of your combat turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It gains lifelink. So that means if you do any damage to a creature, you gain that much life. Beatrix, Loyal General. Not sure what game Beatrix is from. Item Shopkeep. We got 3 of those. Warrior Sword. That looks like it'd be from the fucking first 1 or 2 Final Fantasies, to be honest. I'm just basing my guesses based on the aesthetic of the art, because like I said, I've dabbled. Well, apparently they were working on a Magic the Gathering show and it got canceled, which is weird because there's so much lore that they could use. Ooh, that's a cool looking card. Samurai's Katana. Job select. Create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token, then attach this to it. Okay, see, that just creates a token when you play it and you attach it. Look, Barrett from 7. See, that could be a commander. Reach. See, all these people with like artillery weapons, like bows and arrows, they all have reach, which is nice. You can block flying. Whenever Barrett Wallace attacks, it deals damage equal to the number of equipped creatures you control to a defending fire. What the fuck? Okay. Hey, Final Fantasy 15 right there. What's up, Frankie? I'm alright. It's been an okay weekend. This is probably my last random stream before. Well, like I said, next week I have shit to do. So next week is the week before my break, because then I'm going to take a break, whether it be a week, a month. You will not be seeing very much of Rowdy Riles on YouTube, and I hope the algorithm understands. This can also be a commander. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Whenever lightning deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card for as long as you control lightning. That's pretty cool. Judgment Bolt, Ultima Weapon. Hey, look, there's Cloud on there. And then the rest is all lands. That's really pretty. I wish these were foil lands. That would make the set even better. It was only $20 for 2 60 card decks. So not terrible. I don't regret getting this. I can use these to make commanders, hopefully. But yeah, that is the where did Cloud go? That is the 2 Final Fantasy decks that I got. Probably the only Final Fantasy that I'm getting. They still haven't announced the pre-order date for the Spider-Man Commander decks, which is a little weird. Those come out in September, and I would like to pre-order Spider-Man and Doc Ock and Venom and Green Goblin. Fuck, I may as well just get the whole set. I don't know. But those are both of those. Interesting stuff. Nothing too crazy. Nothing that the artwork is the main thing about this, because most of those cards are reprints with different names and different artwork, which is generally how they do stuff. And then there are a couple of new cards like Claude and Sephiroth and some other stuff. All right, let's talk about the Maryland Toy Expo pickups. That's what y'all really came for, right? By the way, here's the old so I did get a Psylocke. I know we missed that, but I switched out her head for because this one, it's not it. Doesn't have the photo reel. I switched it out for the training, and the skin tones don't match exactly, but I figure with her, she's a little off. I figure with the psionic head crown or whatever it is, it makes it even less noticeable that she doesn't match. But you know, I still want that Target 2-pack Psylocke, obviously. But I needed a Betsy Braddock that wasn't in this training suit. Because I like Jim Lee's artwork, but I don't have the whole team in this. So, hi, what's up? What's up, Trans Stop Motion Girl? How's it going? So I don't have Psylocke on that body anymore. I put Psylocke, and if you have the crown off, it is pretty noticeable. It looks like she's wearing way too much foundation. But it's fine, Betsy. We forgive you. I really want... And apparently the new Psylocke also is a different shade than this head sculpt as well. So really the only place that this head sculpt works is on the training suit body, unfortunately, because the other Psylocke, the Gamerverse one, is very pale. Like, she's pale. But we all need a Betsy Braddock for our shelf. She don't have the cake she needs. I mean, it's kind of there. Some paint missing, but this was a loose figure I got, and I traded for it. I traded those Beast Kingdom Rick and Mortys. They're gone. They're finally fucking gone. Those terrible ass Beast Kingdom figures are finally gone. But she had all her... God, that just doesn't want to stay on. She had all of her accessories and all that stuff, so not too shabby for a Psylocke. Definitely worse older Marvel Legends figures than this Psylocke, and she's not warped or anything, so I'm happy I got her. Oh, man. Well, you volunteered as tribute there. We'll talk about the Johnny Blaze bike. I ain't gonna glue that head sculpt, Frankie. Come on. I mean, I guess hot glue would. I have this, though. I have sticky tack. I'd use that if I got really frustrated. All right, so I didn't have Forge. And when I traded Rick and Morty, I wanted that Psylocke. She was $40. And I was like, okay, these Rick and Mortys are $50 a piece. I got them for $100. Psylocke was $40. Forge was $30. And then I was like, all right, so that's 40, 50, 60, 70, 70. I was like, do you mind if I grab one more, like, cheaper Marvel Legend? He's like, yeah, no problem. Because I think the dude I traded with, I think he really wanted that Rick and Morty just for himself. And then I didn't have the High Evolutionary. I know he's a cheap figure, but I can always do with more Marvel villains. He's the only pinless figure I got as well, so I was like, I need High Evolutionary. Marvel, or Fantastic Four is coming out. We can make a video, talk about Fantastic Four. So, High Evolutionary. I got him and Psylocke and Forge all together. And I will do videos on them, probably all together. But yeah, those are the first pickups I got at Maryland Toy Expo. And I was like, if those are all I get, I'll be happy. But that was only in building 1. She doesn't want to fit in frame. There's actually 2 buildings. They made the movie version of the High Evolutionary. No, they didn't make, they did not make a movie of High Evolutionary, which I'm cool with. I'm not really gonna get much more MCU stuff after I finished my Spider-Man shelf. All right, so y'all see it right here. So, look at this bike. And he did come with the Ghost Rider that he came with, but I don't want Johnny Blaze with the blue accents, and I had the retro card at home, so I traded that for Starscream, which I gave to my girlfriend. Starscream! You know, everyone's favorite diva, Decepticon. But I had Johnny on Danny's bike, and they don't look the same. So when I saw this, it was $80 for Johnny and his bike, and you know, these are like $150, $175 in box, sealed. So I was like, I need to get that. So I had sold my binder of Pokemon cards. I made money. I'm not too fussed about it because it's a seller's market right now when it comes to Pokemon. No, F you, Nader Green. You're a fucking loser. Nobody likes you. You should actually F yourself, F your mom, and then F a light socket, because that'll make the world a better place, Nader Green. So we're going to hide you from the channel because you're a dumb piece of shit. Nature Green 7000. There's his username, everybody. So go give him some love. Just kidding. We don't do that here. Bye, loser. Okay. So Johnny Blaze bike. He's jealous that I got Johnny Blaze's bike and his little butt didn't get it. I like the tires on this. They're flame. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. And then of course this piece comes off. Now why is that? Oh, I see. Those are, so you can take this off and turn it into a normal bike if you want to, almost, except for the tires. So those are still rubber banded on. I probably won't take them off, but definitely a cool bike. Definitely, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get both of them on the shelf, but I did a cool idea for photography and put some flames between them, and you know. I'll have to get a picture of them together because we got Danny and Johnny. And I'm pretty sure they're brothers. It's just called Two Brothers. They're just two brothers. Like half brothers or something like that. 90s and 70s/80s meet with these two. And you know, Ghost Rider's big character. Hopefully he's going to show up in Doomsday. That'll be really cool. But yeah, is that... Oh no, there's one more thing I got. So when I got Ghost Rider, so I got Elektra. Killer Johnny Blaze poster from the 90s. For me, like, yes, Danny Ketch is cool. He's a 90s Ghost Rider. But for me, Johnny Blaze is where it's at. Also, on Saturday, and this will be my last stream next week for, I don't know, until I come back from my break that I'm taking. We're gonna give this away. I'm gonna get all the names pulled and all that stuff, and we're gonna pull a winner live on stream. So if you're not entered to win this retro card Venom, make sure you find this video, which is on my main page. So you click my username, you click Rowdy Rows, you search Rowdy Rows, you go to my channel. It should be the first video for new and returning subscribers. It should be on my main page, and you should just like and comment. And if you're new here and not a subscriber, you have to be subscribed. So also hit subscribe. All right, so we got Elektra Nachios. Elektra Nachios. And I have this new one. But like for me, like I'm a classic look person. I have no attachment to this run of Elektra. Like this is her as Daredevil. So I'm probably going to get rid of this and keep this one until they give us a new update on that Warbird body for Elektra Nachios here. But this head sculpt isn't that bad. The other one that they released recently wasn't with the white suit, and that's also not a look. She got cake. Those ain't your nachos. The Elektra's nachos, yeah. There's her nachos right there. She got all that cheese and jalapenos. But still a cool figure. What's up, Virgo? How's it going? We're just going over my toy haul. And you know me, I like the ladies. So when I get some female Marvel Legends that I didn't have in my collection, like Betsy Braddock here, Psylocke. God damn it, though. I still want that Target one. And once I get that Target one, this one will go bye-bye. And I saw, like, after got her, I saw, like, 3 or 4. Not that many. I saw, like, 2 or 3 more Psylocks because everyone's getting rid of those old Psylocks in preparation for the new one. And will I get rid of this? Maybe. I don't know. It's still a cool figure. But it's not Elektra to me. Richie, watch the vids. I gotta catch up. I bet you. I did have fun, and apparently there's a lot more people there than I thought, and which is cool. Ran into. I wonder if this head sculpt will fit on the. I just want to see because the skin tones look like they match, which is crazy. It's a little bit darker, but hey, it does fit and it does match. That's pretty cool. I doubt she ever had that look, but it's a little loose as well. But the skin tones match and still looks cool. I can't wait for the remaining Deadpool. And Wolverine characters, I mostly want Elektra and Laura. I'm hoping they make them, but at this point, I'm not thinking that they're going to. I'm thinking what they're going to do is have a lot of those characters in Secret Wars and Doomsday, and then maybe do like 2 or 3 waves for Secret Wars and release some, or just they'll do Secret Wars and they'll release the characters that we haven't had before. That would be ideal, and not re-release, say, Captain America or Iron Man or whoever else is going to be in the movie. Even if it's a different actor, I don't give a shit. I don't really need more of those characters. We need the ones that we don't have, and that's why I'm really just kind of done with MCU collecting in general, because I have that whole Endgame shelf. And yeah, that's just where I'm at. Oh, we do have another thing. I forgot. Okay. This poor set. So literally the last thing that I got before I left. Ooh. Dang, he looks cool back there, doesn't he? Very nice to have Johnny and Danny. That one guy was jealous, huh? He saw my Ghost Rider and he was like, fuck you. And I said, no. Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you, buddy. I'm not your buddy, okay? I'm not your guy, pal. I'm not your pal, buddy. I'm not your buddy, okay? Alright, so we have one more thing. Let me clear some space, because this is still in box. Oh, and like I said, I don't know if everyone's here that saw it. Ostradamus Toys Clubhouse. We got a sticker from Oz. Oz's kids handed over. So I'm going to put that up somewhere in here, like it's graffiti, maybe on that wall back there. Up high, I don't know. I'll figure out where to put it. But shout out to Ostradamus. All right, the last thing I got. And literally, this came out like 2 years ago. And it was a Disney Parks exclusive. And the only fucking reason I want it is this guy in the middle. Because the Salacious Crumb that I have on my shelf is A, too small, B, it's a 3D print that I painted, and C, God, how do I, there we go. So we have Kowoki and monkey lizards, but, oh, and we also have a Minoc, which is cool, that's new, I don't know. It didn't come with a stand or anything, so I don't know how you're supposed to display it other than just maybe have Chewie holding it and going, you know. And I already have some porgs, so there's more porgs. I already have a Bogling from Jedi Fallen Order. I mean, more creatures don't hurt. But it was listed for $35, and I was like, listen, nice seller person. I have $25 left. Could you do me a solid and do 25? And he's like, yeah. So I paid $25, which is a really good price for this set, considering Salacious Crumb was not made or easy to get a hold of. So yeah, that is my pickups. And you know what, actually, I'm going to take out, I'm going to do a video on this. I'm going to do a little weird video because there's no articulation. There's no, like, accessories. They are the accessories. But I needed Salacious Crumb, because you cannot have a Jabba's palace setup without little puppet boy going, you know. So here's a live unboxing for y'all, just to get out Salacious Crumb. Alright, ooh, this actually kind of articulated too. Hold on. Come on, Salacious B. It's crazy that someone's pet has a full name, and when it's just like, whoa, it's way more articulated than I thought. Alright, let me put the rest back. Would I be a little stinker if I just relisted this without Salacious Crumb? Yes. Am I at that point in my life? Yes. I'll still do a video on it, but I may just get rid of the rest of them, because I already have all those creatures. I mean, I may keep the Minoc. I don't need a blue and yellow monkey lizard, because the only time I saw more was it in Bad Batch? She would definitely be an exclusive. Do you think Disney Hasbro would make a new Hut Slayer land out that they're doing Savage? I think this is the one that came with the SDC Jabba. So it has, I'll do a breakdown real quick. It has ball joint. It's really tight, actually. There we go. On the shoulder, got a head swivel, a little bit of a neck hinge. Oh, actually, he's got a real neck. So yeah, I think it's the same one. We got the articulated tail. I thought he was more of a static figure, but he's way more articulated than I thought. So you can make him sit down. These joints terrify me though. They're so small. They're so small. But yeah, you can have him sitting next to his Jabba, sitting on there, laughing at people. A very ugly little dude. His laugh is annoying, but I think that's the point. I need to... Happy Sunday. Congrats. Thanks, Brick. How's it going? Yeah, I got some cool stuff. A lot of older stuff, but, you know, that don't bother me when you trade in stuff for it. I got rid of that awful Beast Kingdom Rick and Morty. I'm sure that guy will leave them in the box and just look at them that way anyway, so... It is what it is. But we got Salacious Crumb here. Wait, that's from the first movie. What am I doing? I'd have to do the whole music video that they added to Return of the Jedi later with Jabba's band. God, that's terrible. Can't believe they did that. I don't recall the knees and enjoy. Well, maybe they improved the articulation for this one, and that's interesting. Huge improvement over the slug Kenner fig I had growing up. Yeah. I did see some, not very much, but I saw one, like, box of retro Star Wars figures. That was pretty interesting to see. But yeah, I figured because I'm not going to be doing videos on any of this stuff for a while because I'm going to be taking a break, I would, no Jedi rocks, please. There's a huge time gap between Kenner and 5 bands. Yeah. Yeah, the band is, and everything is better in the original versions of all the Star Wars movies. Like, other than even the CGI enhancements aren't needed. Like, Star Wars held up. George Lucas just didn't want to leave well enough alone with those movies, but... Never collecting Star Wars between Kenner and Bandai's. I saw a movie restoration. Missed a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of Star Wars out there. I have a huge Black Series collection that I don't talk about a lot, but... They've been doing some... Le Jabba no bother. Le Jabba no bother. Uka wada bunka. The Fortuna, that fat fuck. He got so obese from being... He's, like, trying to match Jabba's energy. He's like, Uka wada Jabba. Then, yeah, which means feed me more. Feed me more. And then he got all big, and then Boba Fett was like, you fat slob. Blah. You know how it goes. That's how he became the Daimo of Tatooine and became a goofy good guy who chases little droids around and makes jokes about riding banthas, you know. Perfect characterization for Boba Fett. You know? Sigh. That show fucking sucked, man. Book of Boba Fett. It could have been so good. It could have been like dark, gritty, and not like Andor, not in the space sexual assault, space drugs, space hookers, not in that way. In the way that Boba Fett just don't give a crap. But instead, I mean, you could have had this showdown between Cad Bane and Boba Fett without turning Boba Fett into a face. Like, you could have just had him be his normal cold self, barely talk. Man, when he showed, they should have kept the vibe of him the first episode that he showed up in The Mandalorian, which was all business, no shenanigans, the chain code, all that stuff. They really ruled. It's called character assassination. I'm surprised we haven't seen a Snai Noodles or Rebo Max. What's up, Allison? How's it going? Just looking at this little Salacious B. Crumb. Put him up here for now. Johnny's got a new sidekick. You know? He went and got a Rancor, not this. Yeah. Which is now called the Fire Spitter or something. They renamed that shit. But this pack was all about Salacious Crumb for me, so... I mean, that Minoc is cool, but it doesn't come with a stand. What are you supposed to do with it? Are you supposed to just fucking throw it on the ground? Yo. Now, if you had 6 of these and they had made a Black Series Millennium Falcon, which would, like, take up my whole filming space almost. You know. Those scooter kids. Yeah, Book of Boba Fett was a big old turd. You couldn't polish that to make it shiny if you tried. Like yeah, the best episodes of Book of Boba Fett were like the Mando point 5 or season 2.5 episodes. Which is crazy that that's the Disney. I mean, I do you think it's weird that Disney was like, all right, we made this decision to split up Grogu and Mando, but before the show comes back, we're going to go into the Book of Boba Fett and have them be back together so that anyone who didn't watch the Book of Boba Fett is utterly and totally confused by the fact that Mando and Grogu are back together. That's a good strategy, right? Disney folks, makes total sense. When you could have saved that whole Book of Boba Fett episode and maybe even the Battle of Tatooine for Mando season 3, you could have had a crossover, kept the tone serious for Book of Boba Fett. You know, no, it's not Evie. It's Evie on drugs. Salacious B. Crumb. He evolves into a blown up version of himself on Jabba's sail barge. So that's his evolution, is being exploded. But yeah, main draw here for me today. And these aren't even as crazy as I thought they were. They're not as cool as I thought. I'm glad I have them. I will try to build a commander around both of them just to have some more commander decks. But we did go to Trading Card Expo, so it is fitting that I got my Final Fantasy set today. And I do actually have that Moth X Batman coming, which is cool because I finally sold my Monster Force Kilowog. I brought it to the Toy Con to trade, but because I couldn't get all that shit back in the box, I was like, you know, I'm just gonna sell this on eBay, and I did. So I only lost about $12 from what I put into that werewolf, so I'd say that's a win. It just got so floppy and hard to deal with, and the sculpt is cool, but apparently the Furry Planet Veteran Williams would have been a better buy, and that's just out of range for me at this point. So it's like, at this point in my life with my collection, I don't need a goddamn werewolf. So I got rid of it. But yeah, so not too much. It's a nice toy haul. That this Venom is going to be given away by Saturday. So on Saturday we will have a winner. They'll have to contact me on Instagram or through email so I can get their deets. But if you want this, like I said, if you want to win this, go to my channel. It should be the video at the top of my page for new and returning subscribers. You should have Retro Card Venom review. That is the entry video. You click that, you like the video, and you comment. And I can see the comment to like ratio. So I know there's a couple people that commented that probably didn't like the video. But I'm gonna take it as an honor system. If you commented on the video, you liked it. But I can also see when the likes go up. So if you entered and the likes don't go up, I'm gonna be a little sus of you. I'm gonna be like, I don't know. You say Veteran Williams is Junk Russell? That's interesting. Because I've heard a lot of people say that as bad as the Kilowog Werewolf came out, that's how much better the Veteran Williams original one is. Because Furry Planet made that. I know this is trying to tell me how to play Magic. I know how to play Magic, thank you very much. I know it's a starter's kit, but how does the person win? So I'm going to pull the name. So everyone that comments, I'm going to put in. So there's a thing called Wheel of Names, and it's essentially going to have a wheel that spins, and whoever wins is who the wheel lands on. And then I will say, you won, and we'll get a hold of each other. I'll get your address and whatever, and I'll shoot it off to you. It'll be fun. And then, like I said, after that, I'm taking a break. I hit 3,500. It was Alex right here. I hit 3,500. It was a big push. It took me a while. Yeah, I get it. He's stiff, but as like I said, so I'd rather a stiff figure that I can loosen up than a loose figure I can't tighten. And that was the problem I had with that Kilowog. His ankles and his knees were so loose. I think from being swappable, but Veteran Williams also had swappable pieces, right? Maybe not. I'm not so sure. But here's that Psylocke. I wish it was the Target exclusive Psylocke. Apparently, I'm not watching his review because I don't watch people's reviews of figures I want. But apparently, there's a review up of that Psylocke already from an Australian YouTuber. Oh, what the fuck, Forge? Why you just topple over like that? See, that's the problem with these older figures. They get loose. The pins are bad. I don't particularly appreciate that, Forge. You piece of shit. You asshole. You saw that, right? I talk shit and he's like, well, you know what? Fuck you. Knocking over Betsy over here. And I do like that this older Psylocke has the pink effects. I think the purple that the training suit Psylocke came with is a little bit too dark, maybe. Because Psylocke always had that pink psionic energy stuff going on. And this is the body where that other head sculpt came from. So, you know, and this looks terrible. Oh, shit. She's missing her neck piece. I lost something from this figure. I gotta find it, y'all. There's a little yellow thing that goes around her neck. And I'm missing it. I'll have to find that. But they use that mold too many times and the integrity goes down. Yeah, that's probably what happened with the Kilowog. Because they had already used that for Veteran Williams for like two other releases, I believe. So, damn, and it's bright yellow. I should be able to see it. Fuck, I hate that. I almost lost Punisher's grenade earlier. He took a tumble off the shelf. So I almost lost his fucking grenade. I'm gonna hop off here. I want to go back to bed so I get enough sleep. I gotta go work at 3 in the morning tomorrow. So that's fun. Go for a fun weekend and then jump right back into work. And then I gotta work 6 days straight. So it is what it is. At least I got a job. It makes the money. Pay the bills. All that good stuff. So I appreciate y'all popping in here. Better than the Mafix. Yeah, I just prefer Ninja Cake Psylocke. But I love y'all. I will see you next time. Have a good rest of your Sunday. I will see you on Thursday for Nostalgia Unboxed interview. That'll be very fun. And then on Saturday, we will be giving away Retro Card Venom. So make sure you enter for that. There's moments when I wonder what he is setting up this massive army if he has that one Forge character in the background, causing a domino effect or I'll fall all that time. Yeah, Forge seems to want to knock shit over. Yeah, I'm hopping off now. I'm gonna go. I love y'all. I'll see you next time.